and welcome to the Life in Germany YouTube channel. Today we have hit 100 videos. I cannot believe I have somehow in the last year and a bit managed to produce 100 videos for you guys. When I first started this channel, I guess I didn't know what I was expecting. I wanted to use it as a way to promote my welcome program to help integrate internationals here into German life. And then it just exploded. And I am so filled with joy and so thankful to have all of you on the journey with me. And that is exactly why I asked you guys a few weeks ago exactly what you would like to see for our 100th video celebration. And when the results came in, it turned out that you guys were actually really interested in meeting my Canadian family. Maybe you want to know a little bit about what makes me who I am, or what they even think about German culture. Today's the big day. I'm actually introducing you guys to my family. Obviously, it's a little bit nerve-wracking for the first time to be put out there on YouTube for the world to see you. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to my family, of course, for introducing themselves to you guys, for opening up and letting me share their lives too. So a little bit of background information. If you're tuning in for the first time and you're getting to know my family right off the bat, well, I should probably let you know a little bit about myself. So my name is Jenna. I am a Canadian who's been living here in Germany since 2014, and I am the founder and content creator behind Life in Germany and Life in Düsseldorf. Life in Germany is a welcome program that I put together to help internationals move to Germany seamlessly and affordably through a step-by-step process. For a limited time now, I have been allowing viewers and readers on my website to download a step-by-step checklist that goes through really like everything they need when getting started. And I will leave that link down below if any of you are interested. So that's what I do. That's what I've been focusing the last few years of my life on. I live here in Düsseldorf, Germany. I absolutely love it. When I first moved here to Germany, I was a little bit unsure if I was going to enjoy living here. I'm a very bubbly person. I love the outdoors. I really love Canada. So I really never imagined my life here in Germany. I think I didn't even want to imagine my life here in Germany, but I met someone in South Africa who I fell head over heels in love with, and I decided to get up and move halfway across the world for my husband. We have one beautiful, almost 4-year-old boy, and we are now pregnant with baby number 2, who, if you have been watching my videos in the last few weeks, will know that it is a girl. Now, a little bit of background on my family and our situation, just so that you understand it before I introduce you to them. I grew up in a small city called Oakville, Ontario, that is just on the outskirts of Toronto. We like to call it the GTA. That stands for the Greater Toronto Area. They are basically just pockets of little suburbs of houses that all look the same, with a big commercial center where you get your groceries, you have your Dollarama, your TD Bank, your bakery, your Swiss Chalet, your Harvey's, you know, all of the classic Canadian mainstream shops. I guess my whole life story started when we were very young. We grew up in Burlington, Ontario, which is a small neighboring city next to Oakville, Ontario, for the first few years of our lives. My parents ended up splitting up, and we spent most of our time with my mother. I am one of 3 children, so it was definitely a huge undertaking to raise us on their own. We lived with my mom, and we spent every other weekend and once a week for dinner with my dad, who lived right down the road, so we were never really that far apart. Growing up, I pretty much just played soccer, or football as we say here in Germany, every day, all day, whenever I possibly could. I played competitive football. I was playing for 12 years of my life. I stopped right about the time I entered university because I realized it was going to be either football or a job to make money and pay off my student debt. All in all, I had an absolutely wonderful childhood. I wouldn't change it for the world. I absolutely adore my family and all of the new members that have been added to my family in recent years. So if you're ready, I'm going to introduce you to my main family. That is my mother, my father, my stepmother, my brother, my sister, and both my brother and my sister's significant others. Unfortunately, none of them can be here at the moment, of course, so I'm just very thankful that they were able to send over some videos for us so that they could introduce themselves to you. So I'm gonna watch on my phone with you guys. I wanna start with my mother. My mom has been a rock throughout my entire childhood. She doesn't give herself enough credit. That's for sure. She always says that we couldn't afford, you know, the finer things in life. But in reality, everything that she did is the reason we are all doing what we do today, and that we are all very, very happy and very, very successful in our lives. I have my mother to thank for convincing me to move halfway across the world to be with just some guy. She's a very, very independent woman, and she taught me to always be self-sufficient, to always be able to take care of myself, make sure that I have the money to support myself throughout my entire life. But when she met my boyfriend at the time, now my husband from Germany, she sat me down and said, you know what, Jenna, I've never seen you so heartbroken to be so far from somebody that you love, and I really think that this is it. I think that you need to give it a shot. And she ultimately pushed me out of my comfort zone and got me to come to Germany and to experience it for the first time. So really, I have my mom to thank for all of this, for this YouTube channel, for your support, for my husband, for my wonderful child, for my wonderful future child. Words just can't express how much gratitude I have for my mother.
Hi there, my name's Lisa and I'm Jenna's mom. I'm living in Prince Edward County, Ontario, Canada, and I am retired, so I'm enjoying life. I have moved to a small community here so that I can travel around to visit my children. They've decided to move all over the place, and I'm very proud of all of them. When I go to Germany, I love it, and I love that I can go and stay there. I love walking, and everything's so close, to walk down the Rhine, to go to the castles, to just see the country. I am a big walker, and it's a perfect place for me to go. I look forward to one day still seeing some of those fairy tale castles. I've seen a lot of castles, a lot of older things that we don't have here in Canada, antique-wise, going to the sales. There's so much to do there. There really is. And I'm always happy when I'm there. I do struggle sometimes with the language, but I always use mein Deutsch ist nicht gut. And they laugh at me and they try to help me out a lot. I'm proud of my daughter. I'm proud of what she's doing. And I'm looking forward to being in Germany in a couple more months to see new family.
So there you have it. That's my mom for you. Next up, I want to introduce you to my dad and my stepmom, Stacey. They have been together for a very long time, since I was in elementary school, and they are a power couple. They do everything together. They travel the world. They are incredible with investment properties. They give me the inspiration to continue to invest. As many of you know, my husband and I are very passionate about investment projects here in Germany and learning about purchasing property in Germany and how to make the best bang for your buck. So I have my dad and Stacey to thank for all of that inspiration, and of course my husband's family as well. So here's my dad and my stepmom, Stacey.
Hi there. I'm Brad Davis, and I am Jenna's dad.
And I'm Stacey Davis, and I'm Jenna's stepmom.
And we are both retired police officers, thankfully.
Yes. And we live in Oakville, Ontario for now, and then we're going to be moving to the cottage in Lakefield at the end of the summer.
And what do we think of Jenna living in Germany? Well, at first it was kind of scary, and we were a little worried about her living out there with a new family that we're not aware of who they are yet. But now that we have met the whole family, and it is an awesome family, we are thrilled for her, and we love going to visit out there.
And our favorite part of Germany, aside from obviously family and seeing Jenna and everyone, is the beer, the food, and how active we are when we go there.
Jenna, Millie misses you too.
She was barking during our first take. Thanks.
Love you.
Love you.
And then you have my sister, who is absolutely the most inspirational person that I know. Similar to my mom, does not give herself enough credit. My sister is the best writer I will ever know. She's the best speaker. She has the best way with words. She would do my channel way better than I ever would. And she is also an amazing mother of two.
My name is Melissa. I am Jenna's older sister, and I live on the gorgeous traditional territory of the Kwanlin First Nation and the Ta'anquichin people here in Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada. I have not seen my baby sister in 3 years, and I have never once visited her in Germany, and I know that sounds crazy, but for as long as Jenna has been living in Dusseldorf, I have been almost nomadically traversing the Arctic with my family. My older son, Jenna's first nephew, was born in Nunavut, and my second son was born in the Northwest Territories. And now we live in the Yukon, which is the third and final of the 3 Canadian territories. And we moved here so that I could go to university and become a teacher as a mature student. But I have just been hired to work in Dawson City, Yukon next year. So if you're visiting Canada and you're coming up north, you know where to find me. When I finally make it to Germany, what I am most looking forward to is history, you know, not just Germany's history, but also our family history. I am a third generation Canadian settler. My children are Indigenous and they self-identify as Inuit. And so living in Canada, we're very immersed in the stories and the culture of the Indigenous people here. They have lived here for time immemorial. And my family history, you know, is in Jamaica, but is also in Europe. And so I'm looking forward to a little bit of exploration into our own family heritage. I'm also looking forward to open air markets, less preservatives. Thank you, North America. And as a mom, I have been planning this fairy tale highway, if you will. I'm super interested in seeing the monuments and the houses and perhaps the castles that are connected in any way, shape, or form to fairy tales. I think that would be a fun way to sort of explore with a mission. There is so much that we want to see in Germany. Nice to meet you.
I also just want to throw in there that my sister is insanely hardworking. She has 2 children and she decided that she wanted to go back to university to study and to become a teacher. She did that all while raising 2 children pretty much on her own until she ended up meeting her amazing fiance, Matt, who I haven't even had the pleasure of meeting yet because I've been gone from Canada for so long. And when I do go home to visit the Toronto area, while she is significantly north, so if you know Canada, you'll know that she's actually further from us in Toronto than I am over here in Düsseldorf. So we don't get to see each other all that often, but you can see here just how much of a hoot our fiance really is, and I am just super, super stoked to be able to meet him, hopefully sooner than later.
Hey, wie geht's? Willkommen Sie Yukon. Ich bin Erlandry, Nummer 1, Schweiger. Entschuldigen Sie bitte, mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich liebe dich. Tschüss.
And then you have my brother, the wild one, who is a man of few words. His video is much shorter than my sister's, but he definitely has a way with words, that's for sure. He's very, very sweet, very sentimental, tough on the outside, super softy on the inside. Through his childhood, he gained this incredible strength that I have not seen in anybody before, and he turned that strength into this huge career opportunity. He is extremely artistic, and I am very happy to introduce you to my brother, Brett.
Hey, I'm Brett, Jenna's little brother. I'm a tattooer living in Golden, BC with my partner Lexi. What do I think of Jenna living in Germany? Well, it's pretty cool. It's not as cool as living in the Rocky Mountains, but it's pretty cool. What's my favorite thing about Germany? I mean, you guys got really good taste. Like the castles, the architecture, the food. You guys are pretty progressive. Yeah. Stoked on Germany.
There you have it, short and sweet. That's my brother. Seems like a hard ass on the outside, but he's so sweet. And he is a very, very talented tattoo artist. He opened up his own studio. He bought his own property with his beautiful girlfriend, Lexi, who is his partner in crime, and the 2 of them could conquer the world. They do an amazing job together. They love the outdoors. They snowboard all the time. They love the Rocky Mountains. So needless to say, if you guys want to visit Canada, you have like all edges of Canada covered. So we are as Canadian as it gets. And I am proud to be Canadian. I am so happy and so proud to be able to introduce you to my incredible family. I am more than lucky. I know a lot of people don't have it easy in their childhoods. And of course, we all go through our ups and downs. But at the end of the day, my family is who makes me who I am, and as cheesy as that sounds, they are the reason I do everything I do today, the reason I'm so bubbly and the reason why I'm creative and why I love doing things like this YouTube channel. So you guys have them to thank, and I hope that I introduced them to the best of my ability for you guys. Of course, if you have any questions for them, you can always ask me down in the comments below. You can send me an email. They are super on board with everything I'm doing and would be more than happy to answer your questions, of course. So happy 100 videos, you guys. I can't believe we've made it this far, and I am thrilled to produce even more amazing content for you. I've got some really exciting things coming up soon. Of course, baby is due at the beginning of October, so we might have to take a little bit of a pause in between, but we will be back and bigger than ever in the new year. Vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.